Hey, what's up, guys and gals? My name is Ricknineg. Let's see. Testing. I'm going to have to test that out, guys and gals. This is crazy. YouTube is the craziest thing. Let me see. Let me see if I can get that. Is that better? Let me see if this is working. One way to test it, believe it or not, is if I can put this thing on. This whole system that YouTube did now is kind of annoying because they changed the whole thing. Let me see. Hello. There we go. It's working. Okay. That's how I verify that it's working. So, yes, absolutely. How are you guys and gals doing on this lovely, lovely Sunday? Sunday. We're going to be talking about I Love Lucy episode. We're going to start with the pilot. I don't know if I'm going to do 1 or 2 episodes. I'm kind of tired today. And so I think I may just put the pilot on, the pilot episode that I know many people haven't seen. Hello, everyone coming in the chat. And so I think we'll play that. Oh, yeah, there's not going to be any sound. This one, apparently, let me go beyond this one or behind on this one because there's some pretty interesting information to share about this pilot episode. And let me go on it and read it for you. Okay, so when a 16 millimeter print of the lost I Love Lucy pilot was finally found in 1990. So pretty much this pilot has been lost for what? Let's see, 40 years, at least from the time of I Love Lucy coming out to the time when they found the 16 millimeter print. You may think, how did they lose this? Well, remember, they lost a lot of the different things. They lost a lot of the, the furniture and a lot of the mementos from the actual show. So this was found in 1990. The opening titles, which is 30 years ago, which is kind of crazy. The opening titles and few seconds of the opening narration were missing or damaged beyond repair. So that's interesting to note that they let us know about this. And if you have a special DVD version, which you can get out there, they reconstructed the opening with the aid of Lucille Ball's original announcer, Bob Lamond, who did the narration over 50 years ago. So that is crazy. They kind of drew it in and they kind of put information into that. So, yes. Domily, you have a question for me. Have you gotten the new Lucy book, Lucy Comes Home? I have not. Have you gotten it yet? Tell me a little bit about it. Do you know who wrote it and like what's in it? Is it a time? It's not an autobiography, I'm guessing, but I'm guessing it is something that they wrote about her or information about her. That's kind of cool. And now this episode or this pilot episode starts out pretty strangely because it starts out with a huge look at the panorama of New York in 1951. And so you can see the big buildings and there's a narrator speaking. And unfortunately, I can't even have the voice on there. And it's weird because it now will zoom into an apartment complex and it's like a little miniature. And someone goes and grabs it and pulls it away. I might just do an episode, guys and gals, like on for the I Love Lucy, my usual I Love Lucy episodes, and just kind of break down this pilot. They're gonna go to a window and he's gonna like open it for you. It's like, no, it's the wrong one. And when he opens that up, they zoom right in to the bedroom of the Ricardos. I think that's pretty cool. The sets are very flimsy. The beds almost look like cots. What else? Everything looks, there's even shadows of the crew. Desi wakes up or Ricky wakes up like he's has energy. He has a weird like donkey on the back of his pajamas, like with like smoke coming out of his nose. It's weird. I don't know if it's a donkey or a dragon. When they go through the doors, it's pretty crazy because you can see the walls move. It's like they're almost made out of like a canvas material. It's really crazy. Again, it's the pilot. So the idea of a pilot, in case you guys don't know, is to sell the idea and to see if the idea is popular enough to make it a series. And so they put as little money as they can into it. And if they decide to pass on it, they didn't waste that much money. If they decide to go for it, then they spend more money. So yes. Let me see here. Well, Lucy goes, well, Yolanda says, hi, Rick. Greetings from Jersey. Here watching with my grandkids, Genesis and Eleazar. Hey, guys. How are you? Nice to have you all again. Arthur, you found a copy of the I Love Lucy movie. You ordered it off Amazon Prime and they never sent it. Ooh, you got to follow up with them. Follow up with them. Look at your orders. See what happened, if it's in transit, if it got lost. See what's up with that. Don't let that pass you by. Like me, I lost my debit card. It's kind of random, but I never lose my stuff. I know where everything is. I think I went to a restaurant the other day and I might have left it. You know, when you pay, they give it back to you. I might have left it in the sleeve, but I don't know how they don't contact you, or they don't call the card company and be like, hey, like, it's a waiter needs to pick that up and give it to a manager, and that's their job. This is a customer. I spent a lot of money there. So anyway, all of a sudden I checked it and I was like, oh, no debit card. I'm going to call, and no weird charges. So it seems like that's where I left it. Anyway, going back to your comment, Arthur, about the Amazon Prime. Thank you, Becky. I am having a good day. I hope you guys and gals are having an awesome day. How was my week? How was my past week? My past week is pretty good. Fairly busy. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty run of the mill. Nothing out of the ordinary happened. I didn't win the lottery. No. Oh, it's a bull, Arthur. Okay. Yeah, to be honest with you, it's a really poor drawing, and the quality of this print is not great. And so it's HD now. Imagine how it will look back then, right? And so, okay, I'm guessing bulls. I'm gonna go with you on that. Candace, you love the program. I love Lucy. I do as well. There we go, Yolanda. Smarting bull from Havana U. That kind of rhymes. Bull from Havana U. Richard Michaels. Hello, Rick. Greetings from the Mid-Hudson Valley. Where's the Mid-Hudson Valley? Let me know. Let me know. Hello, Christopher from Hesperia. Oh, where are you guys from? Let me know in the chat. Hesperia, that's in California. That's awesome. Sorry to hear that, Derek. You get me live, Annie. Hello. Wow, guys, I gotta grab a clip here. I've got like a thing on my nail. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. I got a thing on my nail that really hurt. So anyway, don't forget about that. Scotty, did you ever notice the blooper when Lucy says, that's English? What episode's that? I want to make sure it's the correct one that I'm thinking of. Domily, the book Lucy Comes Home is filled with pictures of Lucy and Desi from a press tour for their movie Forever Darling. Documents their visit to Lucy's Jamestown home, or hometown in Jamestown. That's awesome. That's really cool. Sarge Tech. Hi, Rick, from Milner, Georgia. Awesome. Loving the videos. Well, I'm loving your support. Thank you. Milner, Georgia. That is the farthest so far. Well, Jersey, Georgia, other side of the I was gonna say continent. No, not wait. Continent? Of the nation for sure, but continent would apply the northern continent, southern continent. Yeah, I'm confused now. I'm really good with geography. Apparently not so, because I can't figure that out. Oh my gosh, that's horrible, Derek. I'm sorry to hear that. I don't know what else to say. That's really really sad. Well, you know, I usually like to keep things positive, but yeah, one of my high school teachers passed away last night. Car accident. He's a very young guy, and I think he wasn't even 50. Family guy, of course. A big tragedy. Very smart guy. He left NASA to teach at our high school. Like, that is crazy, because he wanted to make a difference. Apparently, to him, teaching was. And so, yeah, there's a lot of things going on, but we are here to entertain, to talk about Lucy, to talk about cool stuff, so that, you know, we can bring you up and make you forget all those things, if at all possible. Richard, Mid-Hudson Valley is in New York City. Oh, okay. Awesome. Oh, I got that confused with the other. No worries. It's 60 miles north of New York City. Oh, awesome. So you are in New York State. Awesome. Your favorite movie is the Yellow Trailer. Jersey here. The Long Trailer? Is that what you mean? Or Yellow Trailer? Because I've never heard of that. Is the video cutting out a little bit? It's not me, I promise. It's YouTube. YouTube has changed. They make you use this interface now, and I think it's not as good as the one I was using. It is what it is. It's either this or no live stream, unfortunately. Hopefully they'll fix it, but yeah. Joe Keaton, another New Jersey viewer. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Yeah, we're starting all over, Russell. I thought that was a great idea, because Once we do that, I know a lot of people join me in like during the live streams when I did certain amount of them. And so you might have missed the first one. So we're kind of starting out with the pilot. Now remember, in this pilot, there's no Fred, there's no Ethel, there's no Mrs. Trumbull, there's no one. It's just Ricky, we have Lucy, and then we have Jerry Hausner. He was Ricky's agent. Now what's interesting, he's kind of playing the part right here, Jerry Hausner, that Fred would play. And that what I mean by that is later the episode, I think it's the 5th episode or so, they remake this pilot and it becomes part of the series in the episode The Audition. However, they replace Jerry Hausner with Fred Mertz. And so like now you see Jerry Hausner go and knock him dead. But that's the same lines that Bill Frawley says. Basically, they're replacing character for character. So I think that's really interesting. Lucy's trying to get in on the act. She's wearing an upside-down lampshade, which is kind of funny. You know how the bottom of the lampshade is really wide, the top is skinny, so she's wearing the skinny part, and it's really wide here. And she's acting like she's part of the troupe, so that's kind of funny. Chad Baxter starting the live stream off with a $19.99 donation. That is awesome. I appreciate it. You're always supporting the channel in a great way. All of you support the channel, but Chad in a great donation type way. Does that even make sense? Hello from Kansas City, Missouri, of course. Highs of 32. Highs of 32. That's freezing. And it's spring, right? Rick, what is your least favorite I Love Lucy show? I'll tell you in a second. Regarding either poor plotline, yep, maybe not too funny, one that you could look over, be hopeful, keep on posting. Well, thank you. I will, as much as I can do, post as much as I can. I really do, because it's a lot of work, but I enjoy doing it, and I will post as much as my energies allow me to, and my motivation and my my motivation to do this work. So I enjoy it. Oh, I'm sorry to hear, Annie. Wow, a lot of difficult stuff to hear about on here. But not that we should forget it, but at least on the stream, what I want to do to you guys is at least if we're on the stream for 30 minutes, for an hour, to talk to you about something that is, maybe funny and bring a smile to your face and learn something, because I learn stuff from you guys all the time. So that is awesome. Yeah, Scotty. So the pilot, it's the unaired version with the cello and the plunger, right? But then again, we see that in the audition episode. So you're absolutely right. But this is the origination. This is where it originated. And in fact, this plot line was what Lucy and Ricky did, or Lucy and Desi did in real life when they were in vaudeville. They had a troupe where they would take around and they would go to like different areas and perform this like live on stage, not in front of cameras. In front of like at clubs, at places like that. However, Lucy didn't want to travel anymore. Desi didn't want to travel. They want to have a family. They want to stay in California. And so the show came up and they said, well, let's use our best skit. And it was this. And so I think it was one of the funniest they made. And that gives them credit to them and in this script that they came up with. Same thing with Pepito the Clown. He was working with them. My nickname should be Little Ricky. Well, I think there is a Little Ricky, right? Should I be like Little Ricky or Little Ricky Jr.? Let me see. Baxter's Rock. Baxter's Rock? Oh, last name Baxter's Rock. Neat episode. Merton Kurtz. Oh, you can see the mic up there, which is funny. Again, this was very like run of the mill. This was it seemed like they just slapped this episode together. The quality's not that great. And it was just like, let's just get and see their chemistry on film. Let's just see how it works out. Let's see how the audience reacts to it, stuff like that. That's what they wanted to focus on. The episode of Mertz and Kurtz. Oh, so yeah, I gotta answer that. Wow, how did I forget? My least favorite I Love Lucy show, Chad. I have to answer that. Meaning like I forgot to answer. Definitely The Last Birthday. I don't like that one. Lucy's Last Birthday, as well as the Scotland episode. There's also one more that I just absolutely can't stand. And it'll have to come to me. I think Lucy's Birthday is kind of cool at the end because they have that final song and the I Love Lucy with lyrics. But I don't like the overall tone of Lucy crying the entire episode, thinking everyone forgot her. I really don't like that. And the Scotland episode, I think, was just not me. And I'm not into musicals, but I love Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. And that just Scotland episode, it was just too weird for me. Seemed very out of the ordinary. There was no like physical type comedy. There wasn't much of it. It was just a lot of singing and prancing around. Very dream-esque, but just not what I liked. Oh, I really don't like Lucy's or Ricky's last girlfriend or Ricky's girlfriend. Speaks about an old ex that he had, and they have that dream sequence, and like he's leaving her, and then he imagines Lucy is an old woman, like homeless. I don't like that. I just never liked that one either. But anyway, yes. Annie, you recently met Little Ricky. Which one? Desi Jr. Did you meet one of the Mayer twins? Who was it? I should be Ricky the Third. That's funny. How was the pilot received? Well, Domily, because it did go to series, it was received very, 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 very well. People loved it. People loved the show. In fact, they remade the whole pilot into an episode. And basically, if a pilot is well received, let's just say, and the suits, right, the executives decide that they want to put money into it, everyone agrees, it goes to series. So everything checked out for them in a very good way. Yes, yes, yes. Oh man, there's so many things in the chat, guys and gals. I try to get to as many as I can as it moves up very, very quickly. Sandy Udell, thank you for the $5 donation. You are awesome. Are you the first time? Are you a first time the person to come on the chat? That is awesome. I appreciate you coming on here. That is great. That is great, 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 great. Sandy with an I, Udell, 2 L's. Awesome. Thank you so, so much. Have you been watching for a long time, Sandy? Or have you been, you just kind of popped in recently? Okay, so Annie says, the last birthday and the matchmaker are your least favorite as well. Now, which matchmaker, Annie? This is good that you bring that up because there's 2 called the matchmaker. I think one's like Lucy's matchmaker. The other one's the matchmaker. There's one where there is Lucy's trying to set up one of Fred's friends. And then another one is the one with, with Sam and Dorothy. That one was lukewarm to me. It's not one of my least favorites, but it's not one of my favorites either. So yes, yes. Arthur, yes, the button giver episode. Christopher, you didn't like the Scotland episode either. The actor that played Little Ricky at age 6. Oh, Richard Keith. Awesome. Denise, you're not a lover of the Scotland episode as well. Hello, Ash and Katie. How are you? Domily, I believe it was in front of a live audience. I don't have the sound on, but I think there was the whole point. That's a good question. The whole point was the reason why Desi went through this. This has never been done before. The 3 camera setup with a live audience behind them, and then kind of a theater play going on, recording it with the live audience laughing and putting it on the track of the video, is because they wanted Lucy to get some type of live reaction. It seemed that she worked best with that. And so, yeah, it just worked out. And yeah, I mean, it worked out. It worked out really, really well. Ash, you were asleep during your regular schedule, so you work overnight. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm glad you caught me. Thanks again, Sandy. Don't like the Scotland episode either. It seems like a lot of people tend to agree with that. I know some people that do like it. In fact, Lucy's daughter, Lucy Ornaz Luckinbill, loves that episode. She memorized the whole thing, so it's kind of funny. Arthur, do you consider yourself a creator? It's a good question. I do, but I'm very specific in what I consider myself a creator for. What I mean by that is I'm very aware that the videos I make of Lucy, that content is there and I piece it together. It's kind of like a video scrapbooking of that. So, of course, I have no say in what happened in the show and all of that stuff, right? And so I'm basically like recreating that, putting it in video form for people. However, when I make things like my gaming, when I do things like, what do you call it, my videos for my aviation, I mean, that's 100% me. And you can see my work there if you look at my European Motors car channel, that's 100% me. And the videos and the cars and the shots, I have some very cinematographic shots in some of those videos. And so, yes, I would consider myself a creator, but not everything that's on my channel I consider that I created, if that makes sense. Even though I put all the videos together, Like I've heard some YouTubers talk about, okay, if you're vlogging and just talking to the camera, that's not really creating something. That's not material. Creating something is like, for example, my movie reviews. I consider that as part of creation. So hopefully that answers it. What if the pilot sets were kept? That would be awesome. But they were really flimsy. And most of that, like, it's mostly just flimsy material. I could see it from here. Things are scuffed and there's marks everywhere. And the backdrop is pure cloth, you know. You don't like the Cousin Ernie episodes, Domily? That's funny. You like the Raising Chickens? Chickens one is good. You like the birthday episode? Which one, Smurfette? Because there were a few of them. Hey, Anthony, you didn't really miss much in the sense of you missed 20 minutes. I guess that makes sense, but you can go back and watch it whenever you want. So don't worry about it. Sandy, so you've been subscribed to the channel since around 3,000 subscribers. Are awesome. So you've been there for pretty long. I have some people on here from like when I had 100 subscribers, which is crazy. And I have some people who just subscribed. So it's great to have different people from different times on here. And I appreciate that. Sarge, in one scene of the chicks get caught under the brooding box, anyone else notice that? Yep, a little chick, but remember, they're soft and fluffy, and so I'm sure it wasn't crushed or killed. Nope. Annie, awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed the live stream. Yeah, Katie, so great question. What was the episode where Lucy got wet every time she said ocean? So my body lies over the ocean. That's Ricky's Hawaiian Vacation. They were trying to go to Hawaii and they went on the Freddie Fillmore show to try to win a trip to Hawaii. And of course, they didn't win. Smurfette, you know what? One of my worst parts of that episode, you're saying your favorite parts are when Fred and Ethel are the dragon. That was one of my worst parts. I think it was the creepiest thing ever, the two-headed dragon. I get it because it's like a dream sequence, you know. But I just think it's creepy. I just didn't like it. I even enjoyed the musical portions a little more. But yeah, that is me. You like the episode where Lucy was the witch and Ricky's play? Yep, from season 6. Joe Keaton, are you going to do any more Three Stooges blooper videos? I will, but you have to understand, I've explained that a few times, those are the hardest videos to make. And what I mean is I had a set schedule for making those videos, and now things have changed because I'm going flying a lot more. I'm learning how to be a pilot, and I do those during the week right after work. And those days kind of interfered with my schedule a little bit. They interfere with the weekend sometimes. Sometimes I fly on the weekend. And so honestly, flying is my priority, not making these videos. Unfortunately, I would love to. That's why I want to, you know, grow the channel. So maybe one day it could be my priority. But it is what it is right now, unfortunately. So if I ever get a day off of work, I will do it. Like today is already too late to even start on the episode. Look at this. I'm doing the live stream later than usual. So I will, but they won't be coming out as frequent as they have been, but I will continue it. So whenever I find the opportunity, sometimes my flight gets canceled, then I could do that. So yeah, but hold on, they would be coming. And remember, I have about 40 of them that I put up. So hopefully you've seen all of them. They're all great and they all have really cool things. Even if you don't like the episode, there's all really little nice nuggets that I think you'll enjoy. And just catching all that stuff is kind of tough sometimes. So it takes time, but yes. Hello, Taisha. How are you? Nice to see you. You read that the episode with the eggs was the longest laugh in the whole series. You're absolutely right. Correct. You love the Cousin Ernie episode. He was so cute and innocent. Yep, from Bedford, Tennessee. You didn't like the young fans. You know what, Sandy? I didn't like that one either. The whole fact of them getting old and then trying to like flirt with the Ricardos, I never liked that. Like the whole concept. I also don't like the one with Mr. Ritter that much with B. Benaderet. It's just the pacing is weird to me. And it's like B. Benaderet becomes like the Ethel. Like it's almost like they were trying her out for the part. And I just thought that was weird to me. There's not a lot of Ethel in that and so forth. Okay. You hear birds in the background? Yes. My window's open and lots of birds outside. So yeah, it's beautiful. Isn't that beautiful? I love it. Sometimes I really have to like sit back and be like, oh, I can hear the birds outside. It's great. You like the Ernie episode? I'm a wicked city woman. What she warned him about vamping and so forth. Yep. Taisha, yeah, I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling great. Sarge, you love the pizza episode where Lucy fills in for the Mario. I watched that like twice in the last couple days. I don't know why. That's funny. Hello, Cassandra. How are you? Cassandra says hi, neighbor, because she lives relatively close to me, meaning like within a 20-mile radius. Yeah, so it's kind of funny. Oh, original stick figure intros versus the syndicated sat ones. Ooh. What I watch is with both in it, and I like both. Satin is what I'm used to, but I love the stick figures because it's not what I'm used to, so it's kind of still a novelty to me. Anthony, you have to get a party bus and invite us on the same celebrity tour Ethel went on. I joined right away. I've heard that. I've heard some people say that they want to do that. You're not the first one, Anthony, and I might take you up on that offer in the future. That'd be awesome, right? Fly people out or have you guys fly out and then do like a little bus tour around different areas. That was awesome. Okay, let's see. If Lucy was here today, the actors from the old show were doing it today with the same stories. Do you think that would, but are they the same age? Or would they be like 100 and something? Or would they be in the 40s like they were here? Sweepy, your latest video moments with the boys was great. Thank you. Was that the video that was giving you problems? So it wasn't the video. That's a great question because I posted this on Facebook. If you guys aren't on my Facebook, I would highly recommend you to get on the page. I don't even think you need to have a profile. Don't quote me on that. But you can just be at the Facebook page. I'm trying to put more things on YouTube. Like there's a community section. But anyway, yeah, all my footage got deleted. And I think that was my fault because I took the USB out without like deactivating it. That's the only thing I can think of because I did it. I spent like an hour or something getting all the clips from all the episodes. Then I go back, it's like they're all gone. And I was like, where did they go? They were nowhere to be found. So I had to do the whole process again. But the video came out. I'm pleasantly surprised by it. So I appreciate that, Sweet Pea. Chad, what got me into watching I Love Lucy? I just started watching it after Saturday morning cartoons. Whoever scheduled it did it, and I thank them for that. And I've never stopped. I mean, I had periods where I wouldn't watch it as much, like in high school. I mean, high school was very academically rigorous, and I thought it was too cool for Lucy, so I stopped for a while. I'm not gonna lie. But then after college, I kind of got back into it, and I think it became like a stronger love as opposed to just casually watching it on TV after being able to get all the DVDs and so forth. Yep. Domily, I haven't been to the YouTube studio, so that's going to be a longer process in the sense of I have to go on one of the proposed times that they give and join a group. Once you join that group, they go into a training where they show you how to use their equipment. Then you reserve the time and then do that. So it'll be coming in the near future, not like next week or anything like that. It's something that I'm just going to do with time again when my schedule allows it. But great question. Stick figure ones are creepy. Why? Why are they creepy? Peggy, keep jiggling, Peggy. Pioneer Woman. Yes, that's a great one as well. Colorize versus black and white. I mean, I love my black and white. Doesn't mean I don't like the color. I love the color because it then like adds a flavor to the black and white, you know? But then I like to go back to the black and white. So the black and white to me has the edge. So I would say the same thing with the Christmas special. Special. So the episodes are colorized mostly. Some people know the actual colors of the clothing. So you have to understand that they use computers for a lot of this. But let's say sometimes they know exact clothing because they're like, oh yeah, that suit that Desi's wearing is this suit. And it is like a dark blue. So they'll put dark blue and they'll add the colors that they know 100%. They'll even ask people like Lucille Naz Luckenbill, and she knows some of the colors. And so they put what they know for sure. And then based on shading and algorithms and things like that, computers will figure out the minor colors, which they have no idea about, like the shirts of like someone in the background or a lampshade or something like that. And they'll take the best guess. The computer will get like the most likely color and fill it in. But those are, again, for the minor colors. So most of it is accurate, yes. But then computers aren't always right either. So we got to keep that in mind. It's a best guesstimate, let's just say. Oh, that's funny. William Frawley would have looked like he was 100, so he probably would look the same if he did the show anyway. That's awesome. That's funny. Do I have any memorabilia from the actual show? Nope. Great question. I don't. Not from the actual show. I think few people do. I've seen some scripts for I Love Lucy for like $10,000, and I understand, but it was like, I don't know if it was an original script, but it was an original signed script. So it was like a copy of the script signed by like Desi and so forth. And I mean, I get it, but it's like 10 grand is a lot of money, at least for me. I'm by no means rich. Mabel, did you watch it as a kid by yourself, or did your parents enjoy the show as well? Nope, by myself. My mom would watch it, but my mom would watch an episode once and then she was done. She doesn't repeat. My dad never got into the show, so by myself. My brother was never a fan. I just have one brother. Thank you, Domily. I have some few things in mind, like that's going to be in the again. It's coming. But don't hold your breath for it. But it's part of the expansion of the channel growing, and it's going to be a gradual thing, and it'll be like special episodes, maybe a couple times a year or something like that. We'll see. There's a lot of cool stuff that I have in mind. That's what I'm telling you. I write all this stuff down. I just don't have enough room to write it down with. Jared, nice to see you on the chat. You remember hearing me say that you enjoy Batman? Absolutely. I have posters. You can't see them right now, but they're all around my room of Batman. Right above my bed, it's Batman Begins. My great-grandma made me a Batman costume like out of scratch. Great question, Jared. I think I will. I don't know what capacity. Just to prove my fandom, Batman, 60s version. Yeah, I'm nuts. But anyway, yeah, I will in some capacity. I don't know if I don't think I'm gonna do like a every episode type of rundown, but I may do like spotlights and certain characters and maybe like the Adam West concept of Batman. But yeah, absolutely. Like, what is it? What does that Batman mean to us? What did it bring us? How did it inspire Dark Knight? Like separate videos like that, and then maybe go into it deep later on. But yeah, great question. Black and white for sure. I see a lot of people saying that. It amazes me Lucy's 4K on Hulu and newer shows aren't as good quality. Yeah, isn't that crazy? Yeah, some of the episodes make her hair super red, like extremely red. Yeah. So I want you to remember this, Sweet Pea, and this is for everyone, okay? What's really important about the colorized episodes, remember, there's the palette that they're using. So when you paint, it's like a white canvas, or sometimes you use black, or there's different types depending on what you're doing, but mostly it's a white canvas. This canvas is not a white canvas that they're working with. It's a white, gray, and black canvas with different shades of gray. And so let's say there's a dark shade, like Lucy's wearing like a dark velvet suit, let's say. Like now she's wearing, I don't know what color that is, but let's say it is. To the camera, it looks like a light black. And so if you put a red on that, it's going to be really, really dark. Let's say her hair, there's a lot of shadows in it, and then they add the red. They have to be really careful with what type of red, more orangey red, more yellowish red, more fire red. And so what I mean by that is that's why it would appear like that. If they get more of a Ferrari red, her hair would look almost like purple, if that makes sense. So it's very difficult to do these colorizing. That's why it takes them so long, because I know some people are like, why do they take so long? Because it takes so long. Just like the videos I make, they take a long time, for sure. Well, I have the DVDs, Elijah, so I would like to get Blu-ray, but it's one of those things where it's a slippery slope. You get DVDs, and then there's Blu-ray, and then there's something else, and there's something else, and you just have to keep buying them. And I have tons of stuff in DVD form. And DVD is still pretty high quality. It's not the greatest quality there is out there, but it's pretty good. Oh, I know, it's just itchy. Are you a fan of the Honeymooners? You just started watching. I haven't really sat down and watched many episodes. I've watched a few. I thought they were fairly entertaining. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't gotten into it yet. Meaning, like, doesn't mean I don't like it. It just hasn't clicked for me yet. At least that particular show. Yeah, Denise, I'm sorry if this YouTube live stream isn't as great as the others. I know. There's no choice for me. Like, I can't. It's either live stream or not. Now, you guys can maybe understand some of my frustration with this platform. It's wonderful, but it's a double-edged sword, and there are other things behind the scenes that are very frustrating, but it is what it is. I guess it's better than not posting than people saying, why don't you post? So, sometimes, did they say that? What you don't know won't hurt you, something like that. So it's kind of like, I know this stuff, so it's like difficult. Some of you don't know about it, so it may not even know about it. So yeah. Jared, you're a big Batman fan. Do you love the Dark Knight series? I'm a big fan of that. Michael Keaton stuff as well. Of course, I don't like Keaton as much as, or the Burton stuff as much as the Dark Knight. To me, the pinnacle of Batman is the Dark Knight series. Ben Affleck, who's that? I have no idea. He apparently puts a Batman suit on sometimes in a couple of movies. And I will defend that to the death. Not throwing hate. It's just telling you I love Batman. I will defend his name and the concept of Batman. And so, yes, I love Lucy Elijah for sure. Oh, no, that's not true, Anthony. There are a few. Remember, it is the 50s, before the 60s, and the whole movement happened. But there are a few scattered here and there. Stooges, even more so, which makes even more groundbreaking because that's 20 years before even that. So that's amazing for sure. Can I do a live stream on Facebook? I don't know how many people would tune in. I could also do them on Instagram, but my Instagram is a mixture of like cars and other stuff. So yes. SpongeBob out of water is weird. Yes, I agree with you. Well, you would rather see the live stream than nothing. I'm with you on that, Denise. Like, I'd rather do it than nothing. Like, it's one of those things where easy I can just not do it. But I mean, it's how I connect with you guys. I do it on Facebook, but then Facebook has its issues as well, and Twitter has its issues as well, and Instagram has its issues as well, and so forth. And so, yeah, it's a double-edged sword. Yes, Chad. Yes. I will acknowledge it just by saying yes. A complete joke. Dark Knight is my favorite as well. You do not like the Lucy Desi Comedy Hour. I respect that, Smurfette. I understand why. It's different. It's longer. The plots are different. It's like the Stooge movies. Some people say they just don't hold a candle to the shorts. And for the most part, I think that makes sense. I haven't really seen one, but I understand you. Did Lucy really make Ethel not die? Oh, Joey, so there's an episode, a video that I make completely on that you should check out, and it answers all that in great detail, more than I can ever do on here. Chad, not that I know of, not in California, a museum or anything that honors Lucy in that way, which is a shame. We had Universal Studios Hollywood, and we had a Lucy tribute area, Lucy's Boutique and Tribute. It's done. Worst I Love Lucy sets, that's easy. This one right here, the pilot, it's horrible. But it served its purpose. It served the purpose of getting the show into syndication, and it did. Yes, Arthur, that's it. Yeah, some people are on their phone, which is cool. I had someone tell me that they were watching my live stream when they were on the bus. I was like, wow, you're like on Wi-Fi, or you're like, that is nuts. Like, you're carrying me around. You're not hooked up to the wall. That is nuts to me. That can be broadcast all over the world. Birds, I'm doing a live stream here. I don't mind it. It's funny. It's just you probably hear everyone here. This mic picks up a lot of sound, like very small sounds. It's like a broadcasting mic, and so it's very sensitive in that way. If you even, it's a little bloopers on my videos. I have tons of bloopers on my videos that I make. You could hear stuff in the background, like birds. You could hear like sometimes if there's any noise from, let's just say the walls adjacent to me, you can hear it like tapping or anything. It's crazy. Russell, you always wondered if Lucy and Desi were married in real life. Why Lucy and Ricky couldn't sleep in the same bed? Great question. It's just, it was taboo back then. It was seen as too sexualized. too adult, too risque. Believe it or not. Where's I Love Lucy intro? What do you mean by the intro? Because all the intros are the same, right? Jared, Christian Bale is your favorite Batman as well. Adam West will always be exactly unique, classic Batman, silly, ridiculous, but it's a different type of Batman. Keaton, I have my gripes with Keaton. I think he was a good Batman at times. As Bruce Wayne, I didn't like him as Bruce Wayne. I thought there was a hollowness to him. I liked Val Kilmer's Batman. It was getting a little hokey though. Yeah, I don't know. I comment on the others, but birds are beautiful. Of course, they're beautiful. I don't mind it. Actually, I love it. I opened the window because of that. I could close it to do that, but I'd leave it open. Yep, certain things were not allowed, Cassandra, for sure. Throw an ice bucket like them at Seinfeld and he killed the birds. That's a funny episode. If you fly to New York, like with my wings, to see I Love Lucy Museum, can you do a vlog? Oh, absolutely. That's 100%. If I'm going over there, I'm going to vlog the whole thing. It might be like a 5 vlog like series just going over there, like me getting in the plane, waiting for the plane, being like, ooh, blurry. Why is that blurry? Hello. Adjust. Okay, there we go. Your opinion on the I Love Lucy movie. Which one though, Elijah? Because do you mean the original, the movie? There's been a lot. Yes, exactly, Smurfette. The unaired movie. You mean the original one from the 50s? Is that what you mean? With the 3 episodes combined? You love Michelle as Catwoman. She was good, but it was just creepy. See, the problem for me with the Burton movies was they were very Burton-esque, and some people like that. I'm not a huge Burton fan, and what happened is I love Batman. However, but he put a dark tone in Batman that I think we needed. But that twist of Burton was just too much. It was just too much for me. I was like, okay, you took it a little too far, my man. So it's a love-hate between those. Like, again, they're classics. They're great. But I'm being picky here because I'm a huge Batman fan. It's like, I'm going to be a pilot and I can be really critical of people when they land, other pilots, right? Because I'm in it and that's the thing. But if others sees a safe landing, you're like, oh, that was pretty good. It's like, well, no, because, so yeah, I'm getting technical. Technical for sure. When does this trip happen? We'll see, Yolanda. I don't know, because like I said, everything that happens on my YouTube, other than flying, is not a priority. And so work, life, all that takes, believe me, priority over this, my normal 9-to-5 job. And yeah, so I have to take time off. Maybe I take a little vacation. I just don't know. Like, I could do it now, but it's just, I feel there's so much going on. And right now, again, aviation is my priority and getting my licenses and so forth. So yes. Yeah, so I Love Lucy, the movie with the 3 episodes. I think it's great. I think it's wonderful. I absolutely enjoy it. Your kids are needy. Well, thank you, Chad, for the donation, and thank you for the support on the channel. Always appreciate all the positive vibes and so forth. You remember going to see Batman Returns when you were little. I loved it. Born in 1986. Very cool. Very cool. We are both 80s kids. Do you watch Green Acres? I've never seen it, believe it or not, Oceanbound. Well, I think I'm going to take off, guys and gals. We've been for around 45 minutes or so, so thank you so much. Got on here a little later, but I appreciate it. Don't forget to, if you want to participate in the giveaway, check out my closest video, or the video I just uploaded yesterday, because I have information on really cool giveaway. You guys can win these. Well, not this one. This is my copy. I have this copy, which is like sealed. I don't know if you can tell it's sealed. It's sealed, which I will send off to one of you. But you have to watch that video for details on how to win it. You don't need to pay me. You don't need to send me shipping. You don't need nothing. Just go ahead and enjoy it and participate and enjoy the video and share it with your friends and family. We'll see you all next time, guys and gals. Thank you so much for watching. If you did miss anything of this video, just go back and watch it and enjoy it. Peace to everyone, and don't forget, guys and gals, to be hopeful.